I'm Texas Tech men's basketball coach Billy Gillespie, and you're watching Big12Sports.com.
Hello and welcome to the Big 12 Report presented by Dr. Pepper. I'm Cassandra Novi and joining me is Wendell Barnhouse.
Cassandra, you are my favorite co-host because the guy last week keeps making fun of my age, and as far as I know, you haven't done that, at least to my face, right?
Right. But as you know, the three-point shot has been around for 25 years now, and actually, Wendell, that's older than I am. So how many times can we multiply that to get your age?
Let's not do the math.
All right, well, here's William Draper with a piece on all the hard work that the boys put in to make those three-point baskets.
College basketball three-point shot is celebrating its 25th birthday. Last week we talked to the Big 12's top dunkers. This week we will find out what it takes to tickle the twine from behind the line. And what it takes is a lot of work and a lot of shots.
And I shoot every day. It's not about the amount of shots you get up. I feel it's about the amount of work you put in, the amount of makes.
Get on the shooting gun, get as many shots up as I can. There was a point last year where I was in the gym at 9 o'clock every night during the season, and I'd be in there till 11 or until I felt like my shot felt like I had the right feeling in it.
We're still, not only me, but everybody else is in the gym and getting up as many shots as they can outside of practice, and that's one thing I focused on this summer, was trying to get in the gym and get as many jumpers up as I could, and that's something that impressed me about our team, is every time we went in the gym, there's 3 or 4 other guys in there working on their jump shot as well.
In the season, my goal is to make 300 a day, so that's 153s, 52s, and then 100 free throws.
No matter how many shots or how many hours of practice, shooters don't like to talk about the S word, slump.
I remember my freshman year, we were in Iowa, and it was right after I broke my finger, and I was like 0 for 22 over the last 30 shot or something like that. It was ridiculous. And coach took me to this little gym in Iowa, and she just kept, just shoot, and I shot, and felt like I shot myself out of the slump. And I think that's all you have to do.
Well, personally, what I try to do, if I'm not making shots, I try to either get a free throw or get a layup. Just see the ball going in the hole some kind of way.
Keep shooting. If you're a shooter and you're missing shots and you missed a few in a row, only way to get out of it is keep shooting.
Just keep playing. Try to, get some rebounds. Put the ball on the floor, make some plays for some other people. Just keep yourself involved in the game. But the biggest thing is you just got to stay confident.
Confidence plays a big role. Shooters who can shoot it from long range know that when the ball leaves their hand,
It's going in.
It's good.
It's going in.
For the Big 12 Digital Network, I'm William Draper.
Well, their hard work has been paying off as Denman leads the Big 12 in three-point field goals with 65, and Christofferson is shooting just below 500 at 420. Now, Wendell, I'd like to see your three-point shot because I bet that's something that's shout-out worthy.
Well, it used to be, but right now, all that running around in basketball, if I can stay in one place and shoot, I'm okay. But start out with shout-outs. This week, I want to go back to the game in Columbia Saturday night. Kansas and Missouri, there was a lot of hype about this game, and it lived up to the hype. Missouri's late rally resulted in a 74-71 victory, and it also created a traffic jam at the top of the Big 12 standings. Going into this week, Baylor, Kansas, and Missouri were tied with 8-2 records, and Iowa State was just a game behind at 7-3. Now, with Baylor facing Kansas at home and playing at Missouri Saturday, and Kansas will be playing at Kansas State next Monday. So when we visit with you next week, the standings will likely look a lot different. Now, shout-out number 2 involves the women's standings, and on the women's side of the board, the standings are totally different. Top-ranked and undefeated Baylor is running away. Monday night, the Lady Bears beat Oklahoma, which came into the game tied for second. The Sooners are now 7-4, and on Saturday, defending national champion Texas A&M visits Waco. If Baylor can knock off the Aggies, they'll have at least a 4-game lead in the standings. For the third shout-out this week, let's talk a little softball as the season gets started this week. The Big 12, which had 4 of 8 teams in last year's Women's College World Series, has 6 teams ranked in the preseason top 25 polls. 3 teams are in the top 10. Missouri, picked by the coaches to win the Big 12 title, Oklahoma, and Baylor. And 12 Big 12 players were named to the USA Softball Collegiate Player of the Year watch list. 4 junior pitchers headline the list. Whitney Canyon of Baylor, Chelsea Thomas of Missouri, Kaylani Ricketts of Oklahoma, and Blair Luna of Texas. And earlier in the show, we had a 3-point feature, and we usually have just 3 shout-outs, but I'd like to try for a 4-point play and give us a 4th shout-out this week. Monday night, Oklahoma's Stephen Pledger missed a 3 at the buzzer that would have tied the game with Missouri. Now that's a picture of Pledger on his back after the shot, and that's Missouri's Kim English and Ricardo Ratliff offering a helping hand. Great sportsmanship, guys.
Yes, and it's always great seeing that side of everybody, especially whenever the Big 12 this year is so competitive in every single league game that we've had. Well, that wraps things up for this week's show. To stay connected on all things Big 12, you can download our app on Android or Apple products and like us on Facebook and find us on Twitter. For Wendell Barnhouse, I'm Cassandra Novi, and we'll see you next week.